Hello everybody, it's Anna from Astraladytarot. This is the first time I've received a deck from a creator for review. Does that mean I've made it in YouTube land? No, but still, I'm very grateful. This is incredible. Basically, this is my unboxing and first impressions of the Ritual Tarot by Tiera May. Did I come prepared with scissors? No. Ooh, cool packaging. This is the booklet. Tiera May Art, Tarot, and Music. This is the deck. I'm liking the size of that. Again, so beautifully packaged. And again, her card. There have been some reviews and walkthroughs of this deck on TarotTube. I've seen them, or actually rather, I listened to them. I didn't want to see them. I didn't want to spoil my own first impressions of this deck. I just saw a handful of images on Tiera's Instagram, and I sent her a message saying how much I was impressed by these. At the end of this video, I'm going to do a full flip through with some information that I think is important for you potential, enjoyers of this deck to know. I like the art of collage, especially analog collage, because these days so many decks are digital collage and, digitally altered and all of that. I still really love, I don't really know what it is. I just really love still that idea of doing things with paper on paper. That to me seemed more like for real in a sense. Will this one become an essential in my collection? I don't know, but I'm excited. So, oh gosh, what do I start? The booklet? The booklet. I mean, usually I rip into the cards because who has the patience to first read the booklet? Obviously, this isn't going to be a review of the booklet because I have not read it. Oh, I don't want to break that seal. How do I do this? I'm gonna have to break one of these seals. This is gonna be very rambly because you hadn't noticed. I was very much excited for Tiera's work because I quickly saw its paper on paper analog collage, that for one, and the images looked beautiful. I actually have a soft spot for decks without names and titles on the cards. So it's free from language. It's really for everyone, you know what I mean? This deck is the first version that is without titles. I know that she is planning a second edition with titles, so that's probably going to be more helpful, but I like to complicate things. And I might just add some very inobtrusive titles in the corners of the cards if I feel that's necessary. This is the booklet. Structure of a tarot deck, how to clear your tarot deck, how to shuffle. Ooh, okay. The whole major arcana is shown fully and in full coloration in an entire page, and it has an entire page of meaning and then opposing cards and reinforcing cards. How interesting. And then the minors, they get, I think, just a little sentence. Another thing that drew me to this deck, apart from the beautiful images, is that Tiera also makes music. She has a bit of a PJ Harvey type vibe. Hope you don't get sick of hearing that. I just have a feeling, you know how you feel? I've been wrong before about decks I unboxed on the channel with you guys with me in the video, thinking this is going to be an essential in my collection and then getting rid of it a year later. I have a feeling with this one, it's it's gonna be something good. Color palette is already on point. The backs are beautiful. Stock is approved by me. Title card. Okay. Wow, this is an experience. Oh no, there's just so much detail. You guys know how much I love detailed decks. These are some powerful images. I like the busyness of it. Like here, this is the Fool. And I believe right there is Dionysus. No? I think so. So many elements. We have the cliff, the dog, but also we have butterflies and the horn on the Fool. Very Thoth as well. I love the busyness of it, but I also like that there's some sort of symmetry in the cards as well. This is the Empress. You see there's a balance. There's some part above, some part below. And this, I don't know, it's just, I like that symmetry so far, and that there's actually a focal point of the card. Because sometimes, honestly, I miss that. Well, I love me a Hierophant with horns. Without the titles, obviously, you can call these cards whatever you like. Because I'm going Fool, Magician, maybe Magus, Priestess. I got used to saying Priestess. Empress, Emperor. And this can be whoever I like. This can be the Sage. This can be the Pope. This can be the Ancestor. This can be a guide or a bridge. It's whatever I like. And I think without knowing this deck, obviously it's going to be quite a challenge to recognize which card is which at first. But it just takes practice, I think. And I'm absolutely loving what I'm holding here. So this is the Lover's card. Wow. Good. I mean, I love that. This is one of the images I saw online, and I just loved that mask. Again, that symmetry, the colors obviously is, I think, the most beautiful thing of this card. Do you know which one this is? This is the Chariot. The only thing that's giving that away to me is the Sphinx down here and the Cancer sign on top there. But I can definitely work with that. The Wheel. This is so cool. I feel like this means in the grand scheme of things, we don't really have that much to say. Sometimes I think the Wheel to me will always be that one card in the tarot deck that shows us that we are not always in control, but maybe somehow we live in this black and white world, whereas if we were to just give in to the cycles and the rhythm of life, then we could live in full color. Okay, so this is Justice. Now, obviously, without titles, we also don't have any numbers here. So you could arrange the cards in any way you'd like, and even use this as an oracle deck, obviously. So many options, I like that. Or as inspiration for your own collage work, perhaps, or your own any type of artwork. But I believe this card is Justice. It's just very Queen of Swords because she's holding this severed head. But again, the balance, loving that. Okay, so we've seen Death from the booklet briefly. Must say, I'm not super a fan of that face, but I understand it. And around it, all that cold, I think those are icebergs. Very cold sea, of course. Of course it's water. How could I not immediately see that? But on top we see these icebergs. Yeah, just the coldness of it. What is this? Wait, 14. Oh, that's Temperance then. This is such an intuitive deck. I don't even know why I like this. Meaning it's beautiful, but I cannot exactly tell you, oh, I love this symbolism. I know exactly what that means. You know, it touches me on a different level. Did a great job on the devil. I am a fan of seeing eyes in my tarot decks. The moon is incredible. It's incredible. I see female power there and rebirth. It's so tied to death and rebirth and the astral cycles of life and cycles of death, for that matter. Definitely one of my favorite cards. If you just want to stop hearing me ramble about this deck, just skip to the flip through, because I want to show you every card in this deck. I'm not yet, though. Wait, I'm losing count. This is the moon. Okay, then this is the sun. Is that then the Aeon? What? It's like one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. This I would call the Aeon card rather than a judgment. Then we get to the world card. I like that she used the green horse's body in this card, and then in the next card we get the green horse's head. So here we have all types of animals: fish, horse, crows. Honestly, it's very Empress-like, this world card. I actually want to look that up. Let's look that up in the guidebook. The center of the card features the primal earth goddess through whom the whole universe was created. Okay, I get it now. How silly of me to not see that. Nice. She represents the interconnectedness of all things. She is the end and the beginning, the Alpha and the Omega. The world symbolizes the completion of one life cycle and the beginning of another. The two ravens, perched on her shoulder, represent Odin's helping spirits. Each morning they fly to the ends of the earth and return at nightfall to bring news of the many events they have seen and heard. Her third eye symbolizes divine perception. In Germanic mythology, Odin sacrificed an eye in order to drink from the fountain of wisdom at the foot of the world ash tree Yggdrasil. Well, damn, I'm loving this. I'm loving this explanation. Okay, this is a definite. I'm going to use the guidebook. I'm going to read the guidebook. Let's see, what other card jumps out at me? I love the vision of the Three of Wands here. Wait, what? How can this be four? I see 4 wands in here. Is this just me? 4 wands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like in the Thoth. Completion. But then we move to the next one, and that's obviously 6 wands again. I love all the ancient Egyptian imagery there. But let's look up the 4 of wands. I mean 5 of wands, apparently. I think we're missing a wand, no? Maybe that was deliberate. Let's see. Oh, right. Yeah. I knew that, and I told you at the beginning of the video that there's just a few very useful, but still, just a few keywords per minor arcana. And in her next edition of the deck and the guidebook, there's going to be more information about it. But definitely something to work with here. Where is the 5th wand? Where is it? The 7 of Wands has increasingly become an important card for me. And I can tell you, I'm loving this depiction of it. It's so strong. Somehow I feel the lighting is perfect. Okay, the court cards. I haven't seen any court cards. So this is probably... How are the court cards done? Let's look that up. Page, Knight, Queen, and King. Okay. Well, the Page of Wands. This is the Page of Wands, okay? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That is very Princess of the Echoing Hills. I mean, I'm not trying to make this a tough deck, okay? But I'm also trying to not see Rider-Waite-Smith imagery all the time. This looks like a pregnant princess. I feel like this is my aesthetics. I don't want to say aesthetic. This is just my taste. There's so much of that deep blue. Here in the Nine of Cups, it looks like that entire forest and waterfall or fog or mist, whatever it is a part of your riches here, right? Of your garden, of that thing that you've achieved, that you've gathered in your life. Very abundant. I gotta admit something. I don't mind naked babies on horses in the Sun card. I don't mind a pregnant empress. I am starting to mind. Actually, it's been a while. This is just me coming out and giving my opinion. I am starting to mind 10 of Cups with a family with children. Not everyone wants children, and I know it's a symbol for new life and a new beginning. That's what the 10 is. The 9 is the end, and the 10 is an ending and a new beginning. But it does very much paint the picture of perfect family. And not everyone has those types of experiences in life and aspirations in life. And that's not everyone's dream. That's not everyone's goal. And so I'm trying to say, in a very weird way, but you know me by now, right? That I'm grateful for this image. Because it's just two people hanging out, having fun, loving each other. And even though I know that's not everyone's dream either, somehow it feels closer to my reality than that perfect family. Okay, so this is the page. To me, I'm sorry, they're going to be princesses. This is the Princess of Cups. It's beautiful. I don't really know what it's doing there, but I like the horn in the Queen of Cups. Is that her cup? I think that's her cup. Her drinking cup. Wow. Very strong, reaching, but maybe also asking for your help in a sense. I think, oh, I always forget his name. It's not Triton, it's Greek myths. Damn it. Just gonna put it in the screen. Loving the Ace of Swords or daggers. You can do with it what you like. To me, they all look like ritual daggers. So Athames or Athames, however it's pronounced, this would be that transition, right? Also, I always, in a more Marseille style of reading, the Six of Swords is actually also a lot about pleasure of knowing, like basking in knowledge and enjoying that time. Obviously, because the 6 is a very balanced number, so it's not just a difficult transition. We already had that in the 5, because the 5s are always that Gevara. And 6, we got Tiferet. So that's much more the middle point between man and God, which honestly, I also see in this card. It's well done. It's well done. 7 of Swords. Okay, I'm seeing that soldier, that warrior there. And then the 9. I'm just doing a full flip through, aren't I? I really like how chaotic this is. And yet still very dark in color. Because after all, this is one of the nightmare cards. It's the anxiety card. Queen of Swords. Very stoic. I feel like this imagery is more like a postcard or a photograph of her. The image that she wants to portray to the outside world, or the way that she is perceived, rather than what she truly is like, because it could have been more bloody, in my opinion. But this is very stoic, but there's some strength there too, because there's definitely something underneath. I like how she is clutching something on her chest against her heart. Definitely the watery part of air. For the ace, look at that. Ace of discs, coins, pentacles. It can be whatever you like. Obviously, I know we have a guidebook, but no titles means freedom. Yes. Thank you for not only putting miser energy in this Four of Pentacles. Is this the Minotaur? Is there a lot of Greek mythology in it? That might make sense due to the many statues that we see in this deck. But I like the castle in the background. It's like, this is yours, you know, this is your stability. Again, kind of giving me Thoth vibes there with the castle. Let's see, Four of Pentacles, I assume. Materialism, frugality, stinginess, greed, guardedness. Of course, all of that is part of that energy and meaning of the card, but I see so much more in here. Four of Pentacles can actually be very positive. It's the material, earthly realm stability, foundation from which you can build on. And there are also seeds and fruits and anyway, I really like the vastness of the nature landscapes that we get in this deck. This is the Seven of Pentacles, and it's beautiful because it shows more than just a garden. There are no boundaries to our experience. The entire earth is our garden. Nine of Coins. So magical, so mysterious. Yet I'm gonna get to know this deck. Thank you so much again. Wait, did I just do that? I only now realize that I saw in the Princess of Wands the Princess of Discs. This is the Princess of Discs. She still looks like the Echoing Hills lady with the tree and the horn and even the, what's it called, like lamb kind of, the goat. But the other one was the Wands, and she is not pregnant in the Thoth deck. That's funny, right? You could, again, that brings me to another thing. You know how some people didn't like the arrangement of the courts, because they're all animals anyway, in the Wildwood, and they rearranged the suits. They rearranged the court cards. Like maybe the Queen of Swords would become the Page of Cups, etc. And here, if you really want to see the Princess of Discs, you could. She's holding a wand, but I mean, so is the Princess of Discs in the Thoth deck. Just saying, I'm not going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. Well, they're sisters, aren't they? Definitely. I'm just saying that that option is there without titles. You can do what you want. Yeah, I've seen this image, but it's just too good to not show right now. This is the Queen of Pentacles. And I also like that King. Okay, I'm not going to shuffle it because I want to do the flip through, and otherwise I might take a week to get this deck back in order. But we'll see, I feel this is a good deck because it can read as a tarot and as an oracle deck. And even though I am tarot brained, sometimes we need that oracle, more intuitive hit energy. I like how outside the box this is, yet at the same time, for a few cards, very close to the Rider-Waite Smith. I'd say Two of Swords, Ten of Swords, yeah, those types of cards. But it's without a doubt a different take. Guys, this is not a cheap deck. I realize I'm very lucky to have been sent this one. This is the first deck, again, that I got straight from the creator, but I know that Tiera is working on a second edition, and it's very possible that there's a version coming out that, you know, might be more affordable for more people. Either way, you can tell by the packaging and just the amount of work that was put in this deck. She loves what she's doing and she's taking this seriously. And I just can't wait to get to know this deck. It feels, in a sense, doing this. It feels like I'm holding some holiday photos, but that's probably a good thing, you know. It transcends to another time and space, and I always like it when decks do that. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to show you the full deck from beginning to end. Don't worry, this deck is going to be featured many more times on my channel, I can already tell you that. If you didn't want to see all the cards, then you can click away now, or if you are here to see all the cards, then by all means, stick around. Either way, I want to ask you to leave a comment at the end, and, you know, if you're new here, maybe consider subscribing. I like to talk about tarot and all that stuff. So here's a part of the letter. Your first edition Ritual Tarot deck comes with a companion guide booklet that provides detailed descriptions and possible meanings for each card. However, I strongly encourage you to tap into your psyche and use the cards intuitively. Develop your own meanings. Design your own approach. Create your own ritual. I could not love that more. Here again, words from the creator's letter. It is my belief that each card in the tarot possesses a distinct personality. As I dissected and reassembled the traditional archetypes of the tarot, these personalities emerged from a timeless place, one that speaks to the archaic but also holds space in the present. May these characters act as guides on your journey to deeper introspection and understanding of the self. The process of creating the artwork for these cards took me over 2 years to complete. It was a massive undertaking and at times a harrowing one. I can honestly say that I poured my entire heart and soul into this project, and I'm very excited to share it with you. I hope that the imagery speaks to you and the cards offer you deeper insight and direction in these strange times in which we are living. She's saying, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Tell me what you think. Ask questions. Just chat tarot in general. I love hearing from those who are using the deck, and your feedback is always welcome. So, dear seeker, thank you very much for your order. I truly appreciate it. Many thanks and happy shuffling. Tiera May. And here's a little about the project that she shared with me. I started the process of creating the deck 2 years ago. It was officially released to the public at an art exhibit in November 2021. The show featured the original 22 collage pieces that made up the major arcana designs, and the response was very positive. The artwork for each of the cards was created using analog collage. The reason I emphasize this is because much of the artwork for contemporary collaged tarot decks is digitally rendered or manipulated, and I wanted to create a deck exclusively out of images that I was able to source out of the world. God, I love that. Tangible source, tangible resources out of the world. Beautiful. The elements for the suits, meaning, of course, wands, cups, swords, pentacles, were not glued down onto the minor cards. But those pieces were reused for visual consistency. Yes, I noticed that. And I think that was a good choice. And as she mentioned to me in previous messages, she's still working out a lot of the little kinks, mainly with the booklets, obviously, because booklets are a pain in the ass for tarot creators. She's saying she's in the process of expanding and reformatting the guide booklet, as well as redesigning a titled version of the deck. So that's good news for people who are maybe starting out in tarot or have many decks and might get confused in this artwork, which I understand. She says she hopes to offer both versions of the deck sometime in the next few months. I love that she admits she's a nerd about tarot. Same. Same girl. As I said before, I'm going to link everything below. Please visit her website, her shop, her Instagram, YouTube, etc. Okay, I think that's all the information I had to give, and I'm just going to shut up now and let you enjoy the rest of the deck without me chattering in your ear all the time. So, before I tune out, thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you think of this deck. Is it something that you're interested in? I know I immediately fell in love with the 5 images I saw, and the rest of the deck definitely doesn't disappoint, in my opinion. I'm obviously going to edge this baby. I am torn between black or silver, maybe even gold, why not? And blue. Honestly, what will you do? I didn't mean to rhyme, but there you are. Thank you so much for doing that, and obviously I will see you in the next video. Bye.